It's an educational video by KNIPSS Sultanpur, UP. I'm Dr. Archana Yadav, Assistant Professor, Department of Zoology, KNIPSS Sultanpur. Dear student, I welcome you all in this new session of zoology classes. Today I'm going to teach you the topic that is mosquitoes and its control. Now let's start. What is the classification of mosquito? It plays in the phylum Orthopoda because it have a jointed appendages and body is covered with exoskeleton which is chitinous, and it plays in a class Insecta. Its body is divisible into the three parts, that is head, thorax and abdomen, and it plays in order Diptera. It means one pair of wings, and family Culicidae. It shows complete metamorphosis. Genus Anopheles, Culex and Aedes. Now I introduce about mosquito. Mosquito is found tropical and temperate part of the world, but basically it's found in almost everywhere. In some species of mosquito, the female mosquito need a blood male for production of egg. The biting of female mosquito is very painful and it sometimes causes allergic hypersensitivity responses. And mosquito are the vectors for a number of infectious disease which affecting millions of people every year. So the transmission of pathogen is the main health concern. So that's why controlling mosquito is considered important. Now, various types of diseases which are transmitted by mosquito. Anopheles transmit the malaria disease. Culex causes lymphatic filariasis, Japanese encephalitis, and other viral diseases. Aedes causes yellow fever, dengue hemorrhagic fever, and several other viral diseases. Now, here discussion about structure of mosquito. The whole body of mosquito is divisible into the three part: head, thorax, and abdomen. Head is small and spherical in shape. It bears a large compound eyes and pairs of segmented antennae. Thorax is further divisible into the three parts: prothorax, mesothorax, and metathorax. Abdomen is long and slender. It is made up of 10 segments. The 8 segments bear the terminal anus and 9 bears the terminal gonopores. In female, the 10 segments bear a pair of anal cerci. The abdomen is specialized for food digestion and egg development. The segmented body parts expanded when it filled with complete blood meal. Each thoracic segments bear a pairs of legs, and mesothorax also bears a pairs of wings, and prothorax bears a pair of spiracle. The male mosquitoes are the mouth parts of male mosquito are sucking type, and they suck the nectars of flower, and females are piercing and sucking type. They pierce and suck the blood of vertebrate host and which are used for egg. These are the female Aedes and this is the female Culex. Now here is again It's the Culex mosquito. It's the Anopheles when it's totally filled with its abdomen is fully filled with blood. And these are the Aedes mosquito. It's have a white uh, patches you're shown here. It's also called a tiger mosquito. Now, here we discuss about the life cycle of mosquito. It shows complete life cycle, or you can say complete metamorphosis or holometabolous. It contains all stages of life cycle. First is egg, second is larva, third is pupa, and fourth is adult, or you can say imago. Larva contain 4 stages. Now, in detail here we discuss about life cycle. Here shown in this picture, the life cycle of mosquito. So, first is egg. After sexual union of female mosquito, it's laying approx 400 eggs in stagnant water. 400 eggs approx in stagnant water, and these eggs of Anopheles and Aedes which are floated separately in water, but the egg of Culex which are present in a bunch or in a single unit float on a water. The individual egg of Anopheles is provided with air floaters which are present on the lateral sides, and they float on a water surface in on horizontally manner, and after 2 to 3 days the egg is hatch out. Next is larva. You can say also regular. These are aquatic and it's a free living stage. Larva is very active and it's feed on algal microorganisms, etc. The larva of mosquito is elongated and legless, and the whole body of larva is divisible into head, thorax, and abdomen. The head bears a pairs of compound side and pairs of antennae and pairs of feeding brush. The unsegmented thorax bear clusters of bristles, and abdomen is provided with the respiratory siphon. And larvae have a 4 stages, and each are converted into next by the molting. So each larva stages or instar is larger than the previous one. The larva move to the surface of water for respiration. After 7 to 10 days, the larva is metamorphosized into pupa. The pupal stage of mosquito is also aquatic in nature. It's not stationary like other insects. The pupa, they also move in the water, but they do not feed. They have no mouth part. It's like a comma shape, and head region is comparatively large. The abdomen is 9 segmented, and the 8th abdominal segment of pupa bears a pair of large leaf-like fins or paddle. The pupal stages continue for 2 days. The adult is only non-aquatic stage of life cycle of mosquito. After 2 days of pupation, from pupa, the imago or adult is formed. The adult which is come out by the breaking of pupal shell. Both male and female mosquito which are feed on nectar of flower, but female need a blood meal for production of eggs. Next, here in this picture we shown the life cycle of Culex, and in this picture we shown here life cycle of Aedes, and in this picture here the life cycle of Anopheles. Here you show the comparative form of life stages in mosquitoes. In Culex, here show in a bunch form of eggs or in a single units. Here you shown egg in a single way, and it's a lateral side of floaters are placed, and these are a Aedes. These are also in a single separate way. These are the larval stages. Shown the larva of Anopheles, larva of a Aedes. The pupal stage all in a comma shape. Pupa stage is all in a comma shape. It's the adult. The adult mosquito is always, when he sit on a surface, is make a always 40-degree angle with the surface. Aedes make a parallel when he sit the surface, and here is Culex is also make a parallel in position when it sit on the any surface. Now we move to the next. Here is also comparative in detail about Anopheles, Culex and Aedes. What is the difference between adult of Anopheles, Culex and Aedes, and what is the difference between eggs of Culex, Anopheles and Aedes, and same other stages larva and pupal also. In this picture we shown that Aedes female, when it's bite to any person, it fully engorged with blood meal, and it's the adult female of Aedes, and it is the pupal stages of Aedes. It's the Culex eggs. Sorry, it's the Culex eggs, and it's the Aedes aegypti egg, and is the Aedes aegypti larvae. It shows the various types of disease which are responsible for spreading in human. Now, what is the economic significance and ecological significance of mosquito? Mosquito larvae, which form a basically food source of many fishes, and its larvae are detrivorous, which are feed on dead leaves and other debris in water pools. Adult mosquitoes are pollinators of many plants. Many scientists believe that many of plants have several pollinators, including mosquitoes, and they would probably not be devoid of pollinators in the absence of mosquito. Mosquitoes are important carrier of vector-borne diseases of humans, birds, and other animals. These diseases, like I already discussed in a previous slides, malaria, filaria, dengue, chikungunya, yellow fever, etc. One thing is also that the many studies have been shown that the presence of mosquito in water, which increases protozoan diversity in water bodies. So In our next slide, how we control and prevent the diseases or from mosquito biting. How can we control it? So it is very easier to control the aquatic stages of mosquito compared to the adult. So elimination of breeding ground. First is, if you place any tires or your cane, it should not be stored in a open place. Tire, canes or other uh, open vessels which are collected rainwater and thousands of mosquitoes which are breed there. So don't store or place any tires or open vessels in open place because it collects water and so mosquito can breed them. So next, canals and other boats should be turned over. Clogged drain should be open to prevent any stagnant water. The most effective measure to control mosquito is to eliminate the breeding places from the locality by dewatering or pumping out water because of Aedes and Anopheles mosquito lay eggs on stagnant rainwater filled ditches, swamps, small ponds, etc. Chemical control. The destruction of adult mosquito, sulfur pyrethrum like substances are burned or they produces poisonous fumes for mosquito. These fumigations is effective for controlling mosquito population. DDT, BHC like insecticides are used for spraying in dwelling places to kill the adult mosquitoes. By dusting with DDT powder, the adult mosquito can be controlled. Destruction of larvae and pupae. How can we destruct the larvae and pupae? The surface of water in a small pond, ditches, drain, etc., which is covered by spraying kerosene oil, petroleum, etc., which kill the larvae. How they kill the larvae? Because when it's spread on a water surface, the respiration process get affected and due to the deficiency of oxygen they become to kill. The certain larvicides like Panama larvicides, it is the mixture of water, kerosene oil and phenol, Paris green and oil of emulsion of DDT etc. which are used for kill the larvae and pupae of mosquito in water. Now, biological control. Larvivorous fishes like Gambusia, Puntius, goldfishes, which are natural enemies of mosquitoes, which feeds upon the larvae and pupae of mosquito. Cultivation or breed of these fishes in pond ditches may be introduced and may act as an effective biological control of mosquito. Dragonflies is also very useful for controlling mosquito because their nymph feed on mosquito larvae and the adult feed on mosquitoes. Bacillus thuringiensis can also be used for control larvae in water bodies. Now, release of genetically modified mosquito. US form which is testing on a mosquito. They modify Aedes mosquito genetically. Actually, the male mosquito which not bite human, these genetically modified male mosquito get the mutant and it is fatal to mosquito larvae and it is expected that it will help to control mosquito population. To prevent and eradicate the mosquito-borne diseases, Such measures are personal protection against the attack of mosquito can be done by the various way. Always wearing light color long sleeves clothing. Door, windows, ventilation, etc. which be covered with mosquito nets like structure. Use of mosquito net during sleeping. Use of anti-mosquito creams like Odomos, lemon oil, etc. on open or exposed part of the body. Thank you.